Hey, welcome to World Entertainment. And Chris Pratt is talking about how much he would love to do a Terminator movie with Schwarzenegger. So he got asked this in an interview. We've an article that shows you this interview and stuff, and they ask him about his favourite Schwarzenegger movies as well. And one of the movies he brings up currently is going to be getting remade. So is he trying to throw his hat into the ring to be put into this? Now, I have to warn you, this article is written by a moron who really needs to know how to phrase things and put things. I'll show you, I'll read it, I'll fix it the way it should be, but then I'll go back and show you exactly how it's said, just to show you. So it says, Chris Pratt and his famous father-in-law, Arnold Schwarzenegger, have yet to co-star in a new movie together. Perhaps a Terminator film with the two in the leads is not out of the question. Now, you hear the way I read that? What it says is, when it gets to the perhaps a Terminator film, is he wrote perhaps a Terminator franchise film with the two in the leads. It gets worse, trust me, when you're reading this thing. So in a conversation with TMZ, Pratt was asked about the possibility of making a movie with Schwarzenegger, right? The next line says, who's been married to the Fubar star's daughter, Katrin Schwarzenegger, since 2019. What? How do you go from... I know I'm actually getting annoyed now, the way this article... But listen to that again. If I just read that without pausing. Pratt was asked about the possibility of making a movie with Schwarzenegger, who's been married to the Fubar star's daughter. That should say Pratt, who has been married to Schwarzenegger's daughter. Because that sounds like they're saying Schwarzenegger has been married to Schwarzenegger's daughter. Anyway, after Pratt suggested that people would lose their minds over such a movie, the actor was specifically asked if he'd be up for doing a Terminator film. Pratt was very enthusiastic when he responded that he's in for potentially doing a Terminator film with Schwarzenegger. And he says, oh man, that would be pretty great, wouldn't it? Do you think people would lose their minds? Wow. When asked if he would do a Terminator movie with Schwarzenegger, Pratt said, great, okay, I'm in, sign me up. So, again, you're seeing how this article is written, where when he's saying, oh man, that would be great, wouldn't people lose their minds? They should reiterate, that's not about the Terminator movie, that's about him being asked, would you like to star in a movie with Arnold? The article really needs to figure out how to write this stuff. Pratt was also asked about his favourite film that stars his father-in-law. One of 3 titles he named happens to be The Running Man, which has a new adaptation in the works. And Pratt commented on how he's looking forward to the new movie with Top Gun Maverick star Glenn Powell taking over the role. Pratt went on to name another iconic sci-fi action film along with a pair of 90s comedies as 3 other movies that he loved that starred Schwarzenegger. And he said this, I know that they're remaking The Running Man with Glenn Powell. I'm really excited for that. That's a fantastic movie. I love The Running Man. Might be one of my favourites. Pratt added, of course, Predator, the OG Predator movie. That's pretty good. Kindergarten Cop is amazing, you know. He kind of can't miss Jingle All the Way. Why not? So there he's saying all the movies that you'd like to do and stuff. By the way, this is where I'm talking about really with this article, how it's written piss poorly. The part where he talks about The Running Man and being in a new adaptation. You heard how I read it to you. That's not how it's written. This is how it's actually written, just to show you how annoying this is. Pratt was also asked about his favourite films from this that star his father-in-law. One of 3 titles he named happens The Running Man has a new adaptation in the works. What happens? Not happens to be, just happens. The Running Man has a new, which should dare say, which has a new. Sweet Jesus Christ. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Jeremy Dick. Oh, well, that says it all, doesn't it? Dick. But Chris Pratt talking about, oh yeah, it would be great to do a movie with his father-in-law. And, of course, it leans into, well, how about a Terminator movie which you'd love. I think the chances would be that it would be more of an action comedy, something brand new that they would do together. If they were to do... We know Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito have a new movie coming up that they're working on, which Danny DeVito's been talking a lot about lately. Could Chris Pratt fit into that? Quite possibly. Why not? You know, there are a lot of areas where he could go in. Would he be willing to do a bit of TV and go into FUBAR? Don't know. Or could he do a new project, and he bring Arnold on board, rather than him being put into an Arnold movie, have Arnold been put into his? We don't know. But it is clear that he does seemingly want to work with Schwarzenegger in some project together, which I think would be very interesting to see that. Who wouldn't want to see Chris Pratt and Arnold Schwarzenegger in a movie together? Be super cool. But anyway, with that, I shall leave it there for this one, because that article and the way it's written annoys me beyond belief. So I'll leave it there for this one. Cheers, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one.